Okay, so normally I don't put topics like this on my channel, but I feel like my thoughts have to be addressed here. Hey guys, it's Cody here today. I want to let y'all know my thoughts about the Ukraine war. Now, just so you know, this is not to like have any misleading or false or harmful like information about any news or any like updates with political topics. I'm not a political person and I'm not a political expert. And I just wanted to like just put my thoughts out here because this might be like serious. I mean, obviously it is serious, but this is also like part of the reason why I haven't really been uploading any like videos lately. It's just been getting to me. So, Ukraine was attacked by Russia because apparently there were biolabs that was for this like the virus and stuff as of like 2020 and 2019, and I guess they were like making the viruses and all that, and they were trying to start this new world order, and Russia didn't want to be a part of it. But instead of like going over there and trying to investigate to find these so-called labs, which I highly doubt there would be any anyway. I mean, Ukraine is pretty smart with science and stuff, but I never thought of them to be like engineering like viruses and stuff. Now, I highly doubt they would do that. They're a nice country. I mean, there are some bad people there, but it's not a bad country. Russia has waged war, and the minister of Russia's like defense thing, whatever, has said it's not a war, it's a special military operation. It's not. It's a war. Because even Putin said he's declaring war. And instead of going over there and checking for these biolabs, they're killing millions of people. People are getting run over, getting killed, getting shot, getting like bombed. Buildings are getting bombed. Hospitals are being destroyed after people are being taken there after getting shot or run over by tanks and like jeeps and stuff, trucks, motorcycles, police vehicles, APCs, and then you have like gunships and helicopters and fighter jets and stuff coming in as the Russians are like shooting up the cities. It's just messed up. People are dying left and right because they're like deploying Navy, they're deploying Marines, Army, the Black Ops, the Spec Ops, two same things, the Air Force. They're sending in a bunch of like soldiers and all that into cities, into towns, and they're destroying the country instead of trying to look for these labs, like I said. And again, this is just an article I was reading up. I don't think I said that before I explained this, but this was an article I was reading up about how they have like biolabs and stuff that was used for the like engineering of the viruses and stuff. Every country, like, or some countries at least that can like, you know, do all of this, have biolabs. Most of them are for like pharmacies or like medicine or vaccines, just for any like outbreaks of viruses and shit. But apparently the Ukrainians were using it for the virus, which, like I said, I know I keep saying this, like I said, highly impossible. Again, I'm not a political expert and I don't know a lot about like politics and stuff, but I highly doubt Ukraine would just like out of nowhere start viruses and all that. And not to mention the US and other countries, and I guess other countries involving NATO, or like they work on NATO or whatever, cut contacts with Russia. Basically, Russia is being like isolated and blocked off from other countries, which means they can't travel to Russia. The like stuff on like internets like YouTube or Google, or I guess I don't know, like a bunch of like sites and stuff on the internet are being blocked away from Russia. We can't like purchase or sell anything to them because after the attack and all that. So yeah. And now the US is being like confronted not only by Russia, but by China and North Korea. Yes. There is an article where there's going to be a confrontation with the US and the three: Russia, China, and North Korea. That's just what I read up on. And they're going to be like talking, and like hopefully does not wage out to a war, because I certainly don't want to go to war with one of my favorite countries. Yes, China is one of my favorite countries. I've always wanted to go travel there. And yeah, it's just really heartbreaking to see Ukraine just get like attacked and stuff. And the nice thing about Ukraine, they're not killing their prisoners of war. Yes, Russian soldiers are being captured, are being like held prisoner and stuff, and instead of executing them like Russians would do, or back then Russians did that, I don't know if they still did that today, they're letting them go home. They're hospitalizing them, feeding them, giving them a blanket to keep them warm. They're even letting them call their parents, their moms, their dads, their guardians, to come take them home and be like, hey, don't come back ever again. And Russia, they just kill you. Russia just straight up murder you. Putin's a powerful man. He's a dictator. Or a president, a more appropriate way of saying it. He's a president. He rules with a titanium fist. I get it, okay? But waging war on a country just out of nowhere, instead of doing your special military operation / investigation for these labs, that's just totally inappropriate. Just to just attack a country out of nowhere. And you could actually, by law, but I guess Russia's government doesn't really focus too much about this because they're pretty corrupt now these days, can get you in jail for 20 or imprisonment for 20 years. Not just jail, prison. Like prison. And just waging war on another country out of nowhere, like just because of a small accusation of them having biolabs and stuff, or like secret little things go on for this new world order that's being planned by the Ukrainians, that's highly stupid. Just in my opinion, that's highly stupid. I highly doubt Ukraine would want a world order. Russia can make it because they're big. They're a big country. They're powerful. The most powerful country ever in the world. Not to mention, we are talking about a country that their government is a lot more complex and advanced than most other governments. Even more complex than the US government. And what this is about is that Russia cannot remove Putin from office unless there's an actual serious crime or a law broken by the president if he commits anything serious. In this case, the Ukraine-Russian war. But yet again, they have some certain accusations they put on Ukraine, so they might think, hey, he might be onto something. But also, before this, people have tried to get him out of office. A friend of mine who lives in Russia has even told me that they can't take him out of office because it's highly impossible. The guy's a powerful man and people love him. And there's a lot of people that hate him. But since there's more government than just average citizens that like him and say, hey, stay in office. And I mean, not actually say it like that, but that's just my short way of saying it. So the court kept him as president. And the government kept him as president. There was a few people in the government that did not want him because of the things he did. He's pretty scary. He's not just simply a terrifying ruler. He's a nightmare for most people that get on his bad side. And I think they just put Ukraine there for no reason. So, anyway, you cannot apparently remove him out of the office unless he does something criminal or anything war crime based. I know it sounds stupid to me saying it like that, but since I guess the Ukraine war, and if it does result in him getting taken out of office, he could be put in prison for 20 years or something, or something for 20 years. But anyway, to those who live in Ukraine, please stay safe if you're refusing to leave your homes. And if you are, you better get the hell up out of there quick as you can, because Russia is not stopping. And I hope Russia just stops, because this is ridiculous. They just waged a war just to I don't know. They're crazy, honestly. To the Russians that don't want the war, please do something about this. Protest. Try to do everything you can to get Putin out of office, because this is crazy. Putin's crazy. He's a nightmare. He's not just simply scary. He's a nightmare. And I'm just praying, if he's going to stay in office, I hope he doesn't, they at least try to give him better ideas and not involve killing people in another country. And I'm praying for him. I'm just going to say I'm praying for him. I'm praying for everybody. I'm praying for the Ukrainians to stay safe, the Russians that don't want this war to act quickly, and I'm praying for Putin to just have a change of heart. And yeah. Anyway, I got to get going. I'm going to actually fall asleep. Anyway, good night, everybody. I love y'all. Ukraine, I love you guys. Stay safe. And to Russia, to those who don't want the war, act quickly. Do something. Love you, Ukraine, and love you guys. Good night.